Still on the transition bill, we do have David Agbe. He is the Executive Director of the Institute for Governance and Security, joining me via phone. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for agreeing to speak with us.
Yes, good afternoon, Wendy.
Now, we have the bill passed, looking at the challenges that characterize past transitions. What does this mean for our democracy?
Wendy, I must say that I was quite happy yesterday when I heard that Parliament has actually passed the presidential transition bill, the amended version. I was quite happy because we do know very well that in this country, transferring power from one political party to another is quite a difficult one. And so it is quite important that once a while, we need to pay critical attention to as to how best we can fashion out an instrument that will be able to ensuring that we transfer, political power and influence and authority to one administration. So it was quite a joyous mood for some of us that speak from governance to more like said that Parliament has actually passed the bill, but it doesn't suggest or it doesn't, solve all the problems as far as presidential transition is quite concerned. I mean, all over the world, when we are actually transferring power to another, political administration, it always brings some level of anxiety and confusion here and there. And even the advanced democracy in the United States, for instance, even this very year in August 2nd, they try to more like summarize or give an overview of presidential, transition bill. So it's quite a good one that Parliament has actually worked on that.
Now, in this new bill, we have certain presidents who do have up to just a month to move from their official residence. What do you make of this? Too harsh, or it's okay with the time frame?
In our perspective, I think that it is good one that they've stipulated that within 1 month, somebody needs to pack his baggages and leave the presidential office for another one to actually come. If we do it like that, it will reduce the incidence of confusion. So now that Parliament as an institution has been able to pass it, it means that they've been able to go through, read it thoroughly, and be able to understand that there are certain issues that we need to more like dialogue and try as much as possible to solve some of these bureaucratic systems. So it is quite good that the 1 month stipulated time is something that we all need to go by. It's very important that we indicate a time so that the president or whoever is coming into that political office needs to fashion out and make sure that he packs his baggages and leave the office for another administration to take over. Don't forget that we have a constitutional instrument that suggests that on the 7th of January we need to swear in a new president. So it is quite tentative that the Parliament has actually passed this bill and indicated clearly that within 1 month somebody has to leave the Plaster House for somebody to also take over.
Now, yes, early on during your statements, after I asked you my very first question, you did state that, yes, you were happy about the passage of the bill. But sometime early this month, I covered a press briefing where the Administrator General himself was there. Yes, you did admit that it's not just enough to pass the bill. Other things need to be looked at. And some of his challenges then was the passage of the bill, which has been cleared out of the way. The other challenges were his office, which is under-resourced, and for example, he didn't have an official vehicle. Going forward, knowing that the bill has been passed, and then we also having in the back of our minds that these challenges are there, how best can these challenges and how quickly should they be addressed so that he can work effectively as he should?
Wendy, that is the sad commentary about, we as a Ghanaian and Parliament level of readiness to pass bills and pass all kinds of law. But in terms of passing it, it is so easy. But then making it more, that institution to become more functional is where we have died, if I could say that they do not have the wherewithal to make those institutions actually work. It is quite, sad that the administrative general or administrator general I listened to him very well. He was crying that they do not even have anything to work with. And it is not that state organization alone. NCC, for instance, they are also suffering the same. Government is not releasing any funds to NCCE, National Peace Council. Government is not releasing funds to National Peace Council, and so many governmental institutions. So we need to also appeal to government that while such a bill has been passed, we should be able to provide that office with the necessary resources so that they can also work and enhance our democratic system of governance.